What's up, world? So today we are going to the fanciest Walgreens in the world, and it just happens to be here in Chicago, so let's go check it out. But before we do so, a few housekeeping items. Number one, if you haven't subscribed yet, please just subscribe. Number two, there's also an Instagram and a TikTok. Go check those out if you haven't already. Has a little bit more content on it. And then third and finally and newest, there's actually a Bored in Chicago subreddit now. Really wanted to start building a community that's not just me going, making a fool out of myself, doing all these things around Chicago, but all of us going, being fools, and finding awesome things to do in the Chicagoland area and encouraging each other to go do them. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. The fanciest Walgreens in the world. As I said, it's here in Chicago. What can I actually tell you about it as we saunter on over there? First, it's in Wicker Park. It's actually at the famous cross streets of Damen, North, and Milwaukee. And it's actually built in an old bank, a very old bank. Specifically the Noel State Bank. Probably never heard of it. I hadn't heard of it. But it's a bank that went defunct during the Great Depression. And in 2012, Walgreens moved on in, refurbished the whole place, kept a lot of the original elements of the bank, including some really, really cool features that I'll show you in a second. Well, actually in a minute. But then at the same time, it of course added all the Walgreens components, and you can buy all the typical things that you normally buy at a Walgreens. And similar to the Target video, I actually think this is a really cool move by Walgreens. They could have just torn down, knocked down the entire building, but instead they took an abandoned historic building and repurposed it, kept a lot of the historical elements, but repurposed it to make it kind of blend their own brand identity, but actually give new life to the historical parts as well. And so thank you, Mr. Walgreens, or whoever the CEO of Walgreens is, but thank you for keeping this historic landmark around and making it accessible for annoying people like me walking around with their iPhone attached to their hand, talking at a camera. And here we are, you can see it right behind me right there. You'll see a much better clip in just a second. All right, the mask is on, I am heading inside. All right, the first thing by far that stands out is this ceiling right above me and this skylight. These are actually remnants from the original bank and clearly class up this place a lot. You can also get a good feel for all of the design elements with the walls. Look at these awesome columns and all this awesome detail. And then plus there's this awesome clock. So there are 3 floors to this. Well, I guess 2 technically, but there's a basement as well. Second floor doesn't have anything. First floor is all those cool things I just showed you, but then the basement has the best part of all. You see the basement has the vitamin vault. And yes, this is a repurposed actual bank vault where they do have vitamins. But that's not all they have. They actually have all these safety deposit boxes as well, along with drugs from the historic Walgreens in their original casings. I don't know if that made sense, but basically it'll make sense if you see it. I still feel like it's a bit of a missed opportunity not to store booze in here, but I guess that wouldn't really be on brand / health focused. So I guess it kind of makes sense, but it would be sweet if they did do like a booze vault. And then right outside, they actually have a lot of the historic diagrams and blueprints of the place, which are sweet to look at as well. So that's that. No place fancier than this for grabbing something like a Gatorade or whatever else you need. All in all, someone commented this on the TikTok about it, and I thought it was hilarious. It brings a whole new meaning to at the corner of happy and healthy. Thanks for watching.